Welcome to Read Across Birdneck Night. I'm Mr. Yoshida, your Birdneck principal, and I have the honor of kicking off this event in which you will have fun and learn at the same time. As we did at our last event, we have activities that are differentiated for students in all grades. I hope you are able to pre-order your pizzas and pick up the materials for tonight's event. If not, don't worry. You'll be able to improvise using items in your house, such as goldfish if you have those, or other manipulatives that we can use. To celebrate Reading Month and Dr. Seuss's birthday, we'll begin our evening reading the book One Fish, Two Fish. Our teachers and our staff will have activities prepared for students in all grades. During our reading activities, we'll be working on creativity and poetry. And during our math activities, we'll be working on things such as graphing, counting, or patterns. Before I do turn it over to our teachers and staff to guide you through our night and our activities, I'd like to share a little bit about what it means to be a Title I school and what benefits our school gets from being a Title I school. It is important that there's equity across schools. To help with that, federally funded program of Title I supports schools based on the number of students receiving free and reduced lunch. Funds are added to the principal's budget to support student achievement. We also receive extra staffing to lower student-teacher ratios, as well as provide support for our teachers. We have extra support from our reading and math coaches, and our counselors and our gifted resource teachers due to Title I funding as well. We also focus on family engagement and hosting events such as we are having tonight. We are able to provide materials and support at home also to encourage school-home connections to benefit our students. If you have any ideas of how we might be able to use our Title I funds or want to share anything with us, please email Mr. Yoshida, that'd be me, at rv.yoshid@vbschools.com or robert.yoshida@vbschools.com. Either one of those emails will work. Thank you so much for your support tonight and being here to join us for Read Across Birdneck Night. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and remember, we are Birdneck and we are family. We keep moving forward.
One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish by Dr. Seuss. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Black fish, blue fish, old fish, new fish. This one has a little star. This one has a little car. Say, what a lot of fish there are. Yes, some are red and some are blue. Some are old and some are new. Some are sad and some are glad. And some are very, very bad. Why are they sad and glad and bad? I do not know. Go ask your dad. Some are thin and some are fat. The fat one has a yellow hat. From there to here, from here to there. Funny things are everywhere. Here are some who like to run. They run for fun in the hot, hot sun. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my, what a lot of funny things go by. Some have 2 feet and some have 4. Some have 6 feet and some have more. Where do they come from? I can't say, but I bet they have come a long, long way. We see them come, we see them go. Some are fast and some are slow. Some are high and some are low. Not one of them is like another. Don't ask why. Go ask your mother. Say, look at his fingers. 1, 2, 3. How many fingers do I see? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He has 11. 11. This is something new. I wish I had 11 too. Bump, bump, bump. Did you ever ride a womp? We have a womp with just one hump. But we know a man called Mr. Gump. Mr. Gump has a 7-hump womp. So, if you like to go bump, bump, just jump on the hump of the womp of Gump. Who am I? My name is Ted. I do not like my little bed. This is no good. This is not right. My feet stick out of bed all night. And when I pull them in, oh dear, my head sticks out of bed up here. We like our bike. It is made for three. Our Mike sits up and back, you see. We like our Mike, and this is why. Mike does all the work when the hills get high. Hello there, Ned. How do you do? Tell me, what is new? How are things in your little bed? What is new? Please tell me, Ted. I do not like this bed at all. A lot of things have come to call. A cow, a dog, a cat, a mouse. Ugh, what a bed. Oh, what a house. Oh dear, I cannot hear. Will you please come over here? Will you please look in my ear? There must be something there, I fear. Say, look, a bird was in your ear, but he is out, so have no fear. Again your ear can hear, my dear. My hat is old, my teeth are gold. I have a bird I like to hold. My shoe is off, my foot is cold. My shoe is off, my foot is cold. I have a bird I like to hold. My hat is old, my teeth are gold, and now my story is all told. We took a look, we saw a nook. On his head he had a hook. On his hook he had a book. On his book was how to cook. We saw him sit and tried to cook. He took a look at the book on the hook. But a nook can't read, so a nook can't cook. So, what good to a nook is a hook, cook, book? The moon was out, and we saw some sheep. We saw some sheep take a walk in their sleep. By the light of the moon, by the light of the star, they walked all night from near to far. I could never walk. I would take a car. I do not like this one so well. All he does is yell, yell, yell. I will not have this one about. When he comes in, I put him out. This one is quiet as a mouse. I like to have him in my house. At our house, we open cans. We have to open many cans, and that is why we have a Zans. A Zans for cans is very good. Have you a Zans for cans? You should. I like to box. How I like to box. So every day I box a gox. In yellow socks, I box my gocks. I box in yellow gox, box, socks. It is fun to sing if you sing with a ying. My ying can sing like anything. I sing high and my sings low, and we are not too bad, you know. This one, I think, is called a yink. He likes to wink. He likes to drink. He likes to drink and drink and drink. The thing he likes to drink is ink. The ink he likes to drink is pink. He likes to wink and drink pink ink. So, if you have a lot of ink, then you should get a yink, I think. Hop, 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 I am a yop. All I do is hop from finger top to finger top. I hop from left to right, and then hop, hop. I hop right back again. I like to hop all day and night, from right to left and left to right. Why do I like to hop, hop, hop? I do not know. Go ask your pop. Brush, 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 brush. Comb, 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 comb. Blue hair is fun to brush and comb. All girls who like to brush and comb should have a pet like this at home. Who is this pet? Say, he is wet. You will never yet meet a pet, I bet, as wet as they let this wet pet get. Did you ever fly a kite in bed? Did you ever walk with 10 cats on your head? Did you ever milk this kind of cow? Well, we can do it. We know how. If you never did, you should. These things are fun, and fun is good. Hello, hello, are you there? Hello? I called you up to say hello. I said hello. Can you hear me, Joe? Oh, no, I cannot hear your call. I cannot hear your call at all. This is not good, and I know why. A mouse has cut the wire. Goodbye. From near to far, from here to there, funny things are everywhere. These yellow pets are called the Zeds. They have one hair upon their heads. Their hair grows fast, so fast they say they need a haircut every day. Who am I? My name is Ish. On my hand I have a dish. I have this dish to help me wish. When I wish to make a wish, I wave my hands with a big swish swish. Then I say, I wish for fish, and I get fish right on my dish. So, if you wish to wish a wish, you may swish for fish with my wish, dish. At our house, we play out back. We play a ring called Ring the Gack. Would you like to play this game? Come down, we have the only gack in town. Look what we found in the park in the dark. We will take him home. We will call him Clark. He will live at our house. He will grow and grow. Will our mother like this? We don't know. And now, good night. It's time to sleep. So we will sleep with our pet Zeep. Today is gone. Today was fun. Tomorrow is another one. Every day, from here to there, funny things are everywhere.
Hi, good evening. Welcome to the math portion of our Dr. Seuss night.
We're so excited to be here, and we're actually so smiling that you just can't see our smiles because we're so excited for the math part of our family event.
I am Sue Rosignello.
And I am Joanne Coette.
And we are your math coaches here at Birdneck. Welcome to the night.
And we hope you enjoy the events we have put together for you all.
For this part of the evening, you will need a package of goldfish crackers for each person in your family and a math packet. There is a separate one for pre-K through 2 and another for students in grades 3 through 5. You are welcome and encouraged to follow along and complete all of the activities tonight, regardless of the grade level.
So for the first activity, for the younger students, for pre-KK or anyone else that wants to join in, please hand your child up to 10 crackers from their bag and have them count by 1s to 10. For grades 1 through 2 or a challenge activity for your younger students, have your children count all the goldfish crackers that are in the package. Then you can group them by 2s, 5s, or 10s, and then skip count accordingly. So that if I group them by 2s, I would go 2, 4, 6, 8. If I group them by 5s, I would go 5, 10, 15, etc.
So tonight we're going to explore 2 types of patterns. First are repeating patterns. These patterns have a part that happens over and over again. This is called the core. The second type of pattern we're going to talk about is a growing pattern. Growing patterns follow an increasing or decreasing rule. They involve a progression from step to step. Tonight, we are going to work on geometric patterns with shapes, but there's also numeric patterns that can be growing. Get ready for the fun.
So patterns are all around us. Here's an example of a repeating pattern of some really fun streamers for a Dr. Seuss theme. Okay, so here we have an example of a repeating pattern. This pattern is an A-B pattern. It goes circle, square, circle, square, circle, square. And if we want to know what the core of the pattern is, the core is the part that repeats. So the core of this pattern would be my circle, square, or the A-B part. Now I'm going to transfer the pattern. Transferring the pattern is taking another object or shape and making the same type of pattern. In this case, it was an A-B pattern. So I can say green fish, blue fish, green fish, blue fish, green fish, blue fish. Now I transferred this A-B pattern. Here's another example of an ABC repeating pattern. It's hexagon, trapezoid, triangle. Hexagon, trapezoid, triangle. Hexagon, trapezoid, triangle. And my core, does anyone want to guess what the core is? The core is an ABC. The ABC is the part of the pattern that repeats. So that is my core. So if I want to transfer my pattern, I'm going to say orange, green, red. Orange, green, red, orange, green, red. It's still an ABC pattern and I transferred it. Now you're going to go in your materials and you're going to find these pattern strips, and they have different patterns. There's AB patterns, ABB patterns. What you're going to do is you're going to use your fish crackers and you're going to transfer these patterns. If you like, you may take a picture, have your mom or dad or whoever's with you take a picture of you with your pattern and send it to Miss Rosignola or myself, and we can share them on the morning news show. So take a minute, boys and girls, right now to make and transfer these patterns, and then when you're ready, you can come right back and continue with the program.
Next, we are going to dig into growing patterns. Unlike repeating patterns, these do not have a core. Instead, they follow a rule, which either increases or decreases. This is an example of an increasing pattern. The number of squares in each fish increases by 2 each time as we progress through the pattern. The first fish has just 2 squares. The second fish has 4 squares. The third fish has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. I notice each time I progress through my pattern, I am adding 2 squares each time. Using what I know, I can predict that the fish on the 4th week should have, let me think. 6, and the pattern was plus 2, should have 8 squares in the pattern. Here is your chance to transfer and build a growing pattern. My task card is up at the top. The first picture or figure in my task card has 1 Unifix cube, so I built it with 1 goldfish. The second part of my picture the second part of my pattern has 3 Unifix cubes, so I built it with 3 goldfish. You'll notice that my first piece I moved to the center and I added 1 to the left and 1 to the top for a total of 3 goldfish. I had 1, but now I have 3. The third figure has 1, 2, 3 goldfish across the bottom and 3 goldfish going up the top. And I think I noticed that I kept the same 3 goldfish I had before from over here, and I added 1 to the left and 1 to the top. For now, I have a total of 5 goldfish. In this next figure, I am going to slide over all 5 of my goldfish, and to that, I'm going to add 1 to the left and 1 to the top. That is a total of 5, 6, 7 goldfish. I notice that each time my goldfish pattern is growing by 2. Using what I know, take a second to predict how many goldfish you think will be in the next pattern.
Did you guess 9?
Whoa, let's see, Miss Coette. Here you go. We're going to build it. This figure has how many goldfish, Miss Coette?
I think it's going to have 9.
You think 9? Well, let's see. This one had 7, and I'm going to take those 7 over, 4 across the bottom. And I remember we added 1 to the left and 1 to the top. So instead of 4 across the bottom, I'm going to have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And instead of 4 going up, I'm going to have 1 extra. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 going across. Let me count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Miss Colette, you did a very good job using the rule of the growing pattern to predict what would come next. That's called extending your pattern. Now it's going to be your turn to try. Here are your task cards that are in your packet. You're going to take a few minutes to push pause and translate and extend your growing patterns. Please make sure to take pictures of your work. At the end of this presentation, we'll give you our email so you can share your pictures with us. Welcome back.
I hope you had a fun time making all those patterns. Now we're moving into our graphing portion. So here we have this survey.
Miss Colette, I went out to my friends and I asked them all, what is your favorite kind of cereal? And Miss Colette, they each filled out a sticky. Can you tell me, Miss Colette, I'm running out to the store right now and I want to buy the most favorite cereal real quick. What is it?
Let me see. Life or Kix. I don't know, maybe cornflakes? I know it's hard to tell.
Miss Colette, it's hard to tell. What could I do to my information to help it be more clear?
Maybe I can organize my data and put it in a bar graph.
Oh, Miss Colette, we use graphs to organize our data and display information in a way that makes it easier to read and understand. Now that you look at the graph, Miss Colette, what was the favorite type of cereal?
I can see that it was Life.
And that was pretty quick of you to answer.
Yes.
So a graph helped you organize and display your information in a much easier way.
So now, boys and girls, you're going to take your bag of goldfish. You're going to use this template that we have in the packet, and you're going to make an object graph. An object graph uses different objects, and the object in this graph is going to be your different colored fish. So first what you're going to do is you're going to sort your fish by color. And you're going to put how many fish are in each color in this little circle. And then on the bottom, you're going to put how many fish are all together. Then you're going to create your graph. And this is an example of what it will look like. And when you're finished, you may take a picture and email it to us with our email being shown at the end of the evening. Take a minute now to make a picture graph. Pause and return when you are finished.
Welcome back. You just made an object graph. We're going to move into pictographs. So if you notice, this graph is a little bit different. It's got the same symbol instead of bars or objects. And the symbol, I have to look below the graph for a key. It says in this case that each cloud stands for 2 inches of rain. So I can tell on Monday, if I count by twos, there was 2 plus 2 is 4 inches of rain on Monday. But Miss Colette, there's a problem. I see on week 2, there was 2, 4, 6, 8 inches of rain, but there's a half a cloud there, Miss Colette.
Wow, it's a half a cloud. So I know I can't write 10, but if I think one cloud is 2, so a half a cloud, I think is 1.
Oh, so 8 and 1 more is 9. There was 9 inches of rain on week 2. I would have to use your strategy again during week 4, Miss Colette, because I see another half a cloud in that information. So what you're going to do is build your own goldfish pictograph. You've already graphed your goldfish with the actual fish. Now what you're going to do is build a pictograph. You're going to draw a circle in place of the fish on your graph. Each circle is going to stand for 2 fish. Remember, Use a half a circle if you have an odd number. Take a minute and do your goldfish pictograph. Make sure to take pictures so you can upload and send them to us at the end of the presentation. Push pause, and when you're ready, come back.
Welcome back. I hope you had fun making your pictograph. Now we're going to do something special. This is for our older kids. We are going to take your information in your pictograph and make a bar graph. Here's another example of a bar graph. And when I look at the bar graph, Miss Rose, I can see what is the most favorite sport just by looking at this graph.
Oh my goodness, Miss Coette, the tallest bar says soccer. It was the most favorite.
Oh, so we're going to take our information from our pictograph and you're going to make a bar graph. But notice there's things that are missing on this bar graph. You're going to have to put a title and label the x-axis on the bottom and the y-axis across the top. And you're going to use some sort of color, pen, crayon, and you're going to make bars for the colors of fish that you had. And you're going to transfer the information from your pictograph to your bar graph.
Make sure you decide if each of your lines is going to count for one fish or more. You might change your scale.
Okay, for the last activity of the evening, every family member should have a bag of goldfish, and I need the boys and girls to survey your family members and write down their names and how many of each colored goldfish that they have. And then from the survey, in your packet, there are questions that you are going to answer from this survey. So please look in your packet for the questions that go along with this survey.
We hope that you had a fabulous time during the math portion of this evening, and we hope that you took lots of pictures to share of your patterns and your graphs. Please send them in an email to either Ms. Rose at SUROSIGN@vbschools.com or
Joanne Coette, JOCOAUET @vbschools.com. Have a wonderful evening and stay safe.
thank you for joining us.
Hello, families. Our next activity is all about writing poems. I am Mrs. Dirks, one of our literacy coaches. Please take out the poem page from your bag of materials. There are many ways to write a poem. Today, we're going to focus on two different types. The first poem is a free verse poem titled, I Am. I am unique and passionate. I wonder what I'm going to be when I grow up. I hear my cats meowing. I see myself dancing. I want the world to be safe. I am unique and passionate. I pretend I'm an excellent singer. I feel hurt when my friends are hurt. I touch the moon. I worry about what people think of me. I cry when my mom cries. I am unique and passionate. I understand that everybody has flaws. I say I can achieve anything that I believe in. I dream to be an outstanding dancer. I try to sharpen my dancing technique. I hope for my family. I am unique and passionate. If you choose to write an I am poem, you will write it on this side of your paper. Let's read the directions for writing an I am poem together. Birdneck readers, please check out the two types of poems on this sheet. Would you like to write an I am or an acrostic poem about yourself? Take a moment to think about you and all of your special characteristics. Your thoughts will guide you in creating your own poem. An I am poem is one written by you and about you. The I am poem expresses the way you feel, what you hope, think, dream, and enjoy. The lines in each poem begin the same way. I am, I wonder, I feel, I hear. The first line in your poem, the I am line, is repeated at the end of each stanza. Let's look at line 1. It says, I am blank and blank. In the blanks, you're going to write 2 special characteristics you have. In the second line, it says, I wonder, in a blank. You're going to write something you are curious about. In the third line, it says, I hear. You're going to write an imaginary sound. In the fourth line, it says, I see blank. You're going to write an imaginary sight. In the fifth line, it says, I want, in a blank. You're going to write an actual desire you have. And in the last line, you're going to repeat the first line of the poem again. If you are in grades kindergarten and first grade, you can stop after the first stanza. But if you're in grades 3 through 5, we want you to challenge yourself and write stanzas 2 and 3. Let's look at the model. In the first line of the first stanza, you're supposed to write 2 special characteristics that you have. In the sample, she writes, I am unique and passionate. In the second line, you're supposed to write something that you have curiosity about. In the example, she says, I wonder what I'm going to be when I grow up. The third line is an imaginary sound. The example says, I hear my cats meowing. In the fourth line, it says, I see. You're supposed to write an imaginary sight. The example says, I see myself dancing. In the fifth line, it says, I want, and you're writing an actual desire that you have. The example says, I want the world to be safe. And the last line is the first line repeated again. I am unique and passionate. You can read the second stanza and the third stanza by yourself. Another type of poem is called an acrostic poem. It uses the letters of a topic word as the first letter for each line of the poem. Each line includes words and phrases that relate to the topic. Usually, it does not rhyme. Here's the example. Winter Wonderland. Ice is slippery. Nothing is hot. The weather is cold. Everything you touch is cold. Really cold. On the back of your paper, you will have some samples of acrostic poems. The first one is Kylie. K, keen, always full of enthusiasm. Y, yearn, your innermost desire. L, loving, a caring heart. I, inspiring, you uplift those around. E, energetic, so fun to be with. The next poem is Aiden. Adventurous, imaginative, delightful, energetic, natural. The next example is Mrs. Dirks, my poem. married with 2 children. Reading is my passion. Summer is my favorite season. Dreams of traveling to faraway places. I've been teaching for 30 years. Reading books to children is awesome. Kristen Hanna is my favorite book author. And September 23rd is my birthday. Now it's your turn to write a poem about yourself. Remember, you can choose to write an I am poem or an acrostic poem. Once you finish writing your poem and making your puppet, ask your parents to take a picture and email me at amy.dirks@vbschools.com. If you send me your picture, I will print it out and hang it in the hallway at our school. I am looking forward to reading your poems and seeing the creative puppets that you create.
How to make a paper bag puppet of yourself. You can decorate a paper bag puppet any way you like, but there's one puppet that no one will have seen before, one that looks like you. You will need a lunch bag, some markers or crayons, a sheet of red or pink construction paper, yarn that's the color of your hair, a pair of scissors, some glue, and a grown-up. Optional, a pencil, construction paper in various colors, and a pair of googly eyes. Not those googly eyes, these googly eyes. Step 1. Lay your lunch bag down in front of you with a folded flap on top. The flap will be the puppet's face, the crease will be its mouth, and the rest of the bag will be its body. Step 2. Ask a grown-up to help you cut out a small oval of red or pink construction paper. This will be the inside of the puppet's mouth. Step 3. Put a little glue on one side of the oval. Step 4. Lift up the puppet's flap or mouth and stick the oval under this flap, sideways. Step 5. Press the oval down so it sticks and then fold the flap back down. The oval should be hidden under the flap or just peek out of the bottom a little, so when your puppet talks, you'll be able to see inside its red mouth. Step 6. Now draw clothes on the body of your puppet with crayons or markers. Copy what you're wearing or give your puppet an outfit that looks like your favorite one. Step 7. Next, use your crayons or markers to draw eyes and a nose on your puppet. Do you have brown eyes and freckles? Make sure your puppet has the same. If you want your puppet to be a funny version of you, glue on googly eyes instead of drawing them. Step 8. Draw lips right along the crease of your puppet's mouth. Step 9. Ask a grown-up to help you cut some yarn for your puppet's hair. Remember, if you have long blonde hair or short brown hair, so should your puppet. Step 10. Put a little glue on the end of each piece of yarn and stick them one by one on top and sides of your puppet's face. If you want to make curly hair, ask a grown-up to help you cut thin strips of construction paper instead of yarn. Wrap each piece around a pencil so that it curls, and then glue them one by one to the puppet's head. While the hair is drying, think about the other things you could give your puppet to make it more like you. If you play soccer, draw a soccer ball and glue it to the bottom of the bag by your puppet's feet. If you like dressing up like a princess, make a crown to glue to your puppet's head. Step 11. When your puppet is finished and all the glue has dried, slip your hand into the bottom opening and wave your hand in the top flap to open and close your puppet's mouth. Now you can talk to yourself all day long. Did you know the world-famous puppet Big Bird has 2 cousins, a big green bird in the Mexican Sesame Street and a big blue bird in the Dutch Sesame Street?
Hello, Birdneck families. This is Miss Duckworth, the librarian. I'm so excited that you're joining us tonight. I want to let you know that we're having our annual book fair. It started last Thursday, and so far we've sold over $300. Thank you to those who have already participated. This year, our book fair is virtual, and we have over 6,000 items for sale that you can choose from, not just those that were on the original flyer. All the items purchased will be mailed directly to your home. For information on how to purchase things from the book fair, go to our Birdneck homepage. That's birdneckes.vbschools.com. Again, birdneckes.vbschools.com. The information on how to make your purchases is there. You have to set up an account using a username and a password and then a credit card in order to make your purchases. None of that information will be stored and none of it will be sold to other companies. There are two ways to shop once you get on that page. One is like if you were shopping with Amazon and it just shows the books. The other is much more exciting and I like it a lot better. It's down at the bottom of the page, and it's a virtual bookcase. It's actually like you were walking into the book fair times when we had it in the building. That one, you just simply click on the little icon in the middle of the bookcases, and that opens the bookcase for you, and then you can see the information about the books and put them into your shopping cart. Again, all of the sales are virtual, and it does require a username, password, and credit card. The books are from preschool to middle school in age range, and they will be sent directly to your house. Shopping occurs until midnight on March the 10th, and all of the profits will come back to our school library so we can get more books for our school and for you to read from here. So thank you again for shopping, and we hope you enjoy the book fair.
Good evening, Birdneck families. This is Miss Salentano, the assistant principal, and I am so excited that all of you have joined us this evening. I am going to share a poem, and I would like you to follow along with me. You're never too old, too wacky, too wild to pick up a book and read with a child. You're never too busy, too cool, or too hot to pick up a book and share what you've got. In schools and communities, let's gather around. Let's pick up a book. Let's pass it around. There are kids all around you, kids who will need someone to hug, someone to read. Come join us March 2nd, your own special way, and make the America's Read to Kids Day.